Hey friends, this is Dolynny TV. Oh boy, them Edmonton Oilers. I'll be quite honest with you right now, being an Oilers fan, enjoying this team is about as fashionable as a wrinkly white t-shirt at the bar on a Friday night. And I'll tell you, that ain't very fashionable. The Edmonton Oilers, boy, oh boy, are they in a world of hurt. And, well, you know what? Maybe just maybe, they are the team that all the detractors thought they were. At least, that's where everybody's heads seem to be at today. It is very, very fashionable today to hate the Edmonton Oilers. It has been since the Four Nations break, but with every growing loss here coming out of the break, it is just getting more and more palpable. The hate that the fans have for certain players on the team, coaches, management. There is not really one thing on this team right now that anybody likes about the Oilers. Matt Savoy, a guy who has played, 3 games for the Edmonton Oilers in the NHL lineup, is the most likable thing on your roster. February 26th, a week away from the trade deadline, as you prepare to run back to the Stanley Cup Finals. Oh boy, that's a problem. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't see that being a thing, but that is most definitely a thing this year. The Oilers, did they get leaps and bounds, miles better over the offseason? No. But at least the understanding we had coming into the season is that, right, there was going to be some upgrades midway through. There was going to be some management of the LTIR. There's going to be all these things that, to this moment, really have not happened. And we all understood at the start of the year Ty Emberson would be paired up with Darnell Nurse. It would be Kulak and whoever, and Bouchard and Ekholm, and everybody would be happy with that until we got our big top four right D. You'd slide the sixth guy out, Emberson down to the third pair. You'd have 3 solid pairs. Well, that was the idea. But the Oilers, in the most Oilers way possible, did nothing about it. Oh man, realized we did nothing about it, and then signed John Klingberg. Love it. Oh, by the way, Chris Knobloch threw out the idea of pairing Emberson and Nurse together 5 seconds into the preseason, so that didn't help either. Now, you've got less than $4 million worth of goaltending on the NHL roster, too. Right now you're getting less than $4 million of goaltending. It's, again, if your starting goaltender's making $4 million, he's probably pretty decent. But we're talking about both goaltenders here on the roster making a combined less than $4 million. So, these results that everyone's like, oh, the Oilers should have better goaltending. We're getting what we're paying for, honestly. Look around the league. If anyone's spending the same as us on goaltending, they either ain't a top 10 team in the NHL or they ain't getting better results. So there might be an exception to that. I really don't care. And quite frankly, that's also where everybody's at right now, is this whole season thing is a flawed exercise, because we know the Oilers, even if they're absolutely awful for stretches like the past few days, they will still make the playoffs. They'll still be a top 3 team in the Pacific. Connor and Leon won't let anything otherwise happen. And, then we'll get back outside. We'll get into playoff fever. Guys like Connor Brown will be heroes again. Matthias Janmark will score goals in bunches. And all will be forgiven. And, we got to sign these guys. We can't lose them in free agency. And then rinse, repeat. We're all right back here next year. So, the regular season is a flawed exercise that is an absolute waste of time at this point for an Oilers fan base that quite simply has not had a day off since August 2023. That's the other problem. Had this conversation with Patrick today from the Oilers Fanatic where, yeah, guys, we never stopped over the course of the summer. It was drama, 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 drama. We got into the preseason. It was drama because the Oilers were terrible. Then they started terrible. Then they started winning, but it still wasn't good enough for anybody. And now we're here after the Four Nations break on a 3-gamer out of the break. So, oh boy, right? Like, it's just, we're tired. We're exhausted. And I will tell you, quite honestly, that does not extend just to the fans. That probably extends to the players. And that most definitely extends to the media that covers this team for a job daily. It's just, why are we bothering to get up and talk about this every single day? None of it matters. Get us to mid-April, and then we can talk about what matters, because that's really the regular season. There's nothing to be won here. A President's Trophy means nothing to Connor and Leon. A division title, the guys, we came within a game of winning the Stanley Cup last year without winning the division. All of it is absolutely pointless. Being one of the 16 teams in the dance is all that friggin' matters at this point. And quite honestly, everybody, including the people who cover this team, I assume even the players themselves, are dang tired of this whole regular season. They were tired of it before it even started. They were tired of it before the playoffs ended last year, knowing they were going to have to do it all again in those dying moments of Game 7. So it's just, I mean, the motivation as a fan base is just, we want the best out of our team. I get that, but as a fan, I'm not even getting the best out of me being a fan right now, because quite honestly, the motivation to show up for the regular season games is about as intense as, getting out of bed on a Sunday morning to shovel the sidewalk after 3 feet of snow in -40. It just ain't there. So I don't know. Maybe I'm out of touch. Maybe I'm off my rocker. Haven't watched enough hockey lately to have a say, but it just ain't doing it. And I like, it's just straight up and down. All the things we were promised, all the stuff all the stuff that was supposed to happen this year, all the changes, better or worse, and worse they have been at times. The goaltending, the down year from Bouchard and McDavid, everything is just culminating in a situation where right now, on February 26th, a week out from the deadline, when we don't even have any concrete rumors on who the Oilers are going to trade for, with their one lonely trade they can do apparently, we're just sitting here, just kind of taken out of it. I think is the way to put it. We're just not quite fully on board, and it's fair. It happens. It is the way it is, and maybe, at some point we get back into it, but that would also require the Oilers playing like they at all care to be playing NHL games. So a ton of variables right now, but as of today, a week out from the deadline or so, I guess we got a day. I don't know how you do your math. I really don't care how you look at your days, because at this point the calendar's just flipping one after another, and who really cares? We're going to be in summer almost soon, so we're good. 16 degrees here in southern Alberta tomorrow, so great. But yeah, it's just, you feeling up to it, because I certainly ain't. And yeah, we're a week out from go time, so love it. Absolutely love it. This is not where we should be at this point of the year, but I think everybody just simply hates the Edmonton Oilers, whether it's because it's fashionable or whether because it's justified. It's just ain't nobody got the patience for this kind of stuff right now, because we all know what the end goal is, and we all know we're kind of going to get there anyway. So it's all a flawed exercise at the end of the day.